time is 10:01. I'm Tom Ackerman. Weather just minutes away. A ceremony honoring America's veterans taking place at Arlington National Cemetery today. The United States Coast Guard Band and Army Chorus opened up the ceremony. World War II veterans gathered outside the National Memorial built in their honor today to observe Memorial Day and remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Military Chaplain Lieutenant Colonel Todd Wolf spoke at the ceremony.
Please etch into all of our memories the depth of these sacrifices, and may we conduct ourselves in manners which recognizably reflect our consideration of the cost of the independencies which we so commonly experience in this great nation.
16 World War II veterans are crossing the Atlantic on this Memorial Day, traveling to Europe. They are sailing on the Queen Mary II to take part in activities in France to mark the 75th anniversary of D-Day and the Battle of Normandy. They shared their painful memories with CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette before departing New York.
Nearly 75 years ago, Frank DeVita landed on Omaha Beach in Normandy, France on D-Day and witnessed his comrades falling around him.
Why am I alive? And there's that, what?
99-year-old Steve Melnikoff also survived the invasion that began the liberation of Western Europe from the Nazis.
I was there at the beginning. I was there the whole time.
The men will head to Normandy to take part in events to mark the 75th anniversary of D-Day on June 6th and to honor the more than 400,000 Americans who died in the war. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, Brooklyn, New York.
KMOX News Time is 10:03. The annual Memorial Day ceremony at Jefferson Barracks is underway. It began at Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery at 10 o'clock. Tonight is the 14th annual Memorial Day sunset ceremony at Alton's National Cemetery. It starts at 6:30. There will be singing and a drum performance and expected to last about an hour. Our weather today, it is looking like another hot and humid day, partly sunny, becoming breezy. Watch out for a stray shower or thunderstorm, especially north and west of the city through the day, a high of 92. Tonight, patchy clouds and warm. We'll get a low of 71 degrees. Tonight, that goes into another hot day tomorrow with a high near 90. Times of sun and clouds for Tuesday. Wednesday, clouds and sunny breaks. Breezy and humid with a shower or thunderstorm around at a high of 84. We're up to 77 in St. Charles, 77 in Edwardsville, partly cloudy and 79 downtown at the Arch. We have Blues hockey tonight from Boston. The Blues and the Boston Bruins. It's game one of the Stanley Cup Final. Our broadcast begins at 7 o'clock. Our pregame at 6 o'clock right here on KMOX, and we will carry you until midnight with coverage from Boston in game one. We do have just in an accident 55 southbound before Bayless. This just came in, an accident 55 southbound before Bayless. The two right lanes are closed. I'm Tom Ackerman. KMOX News Time is 10:04.
Hey, thanks a lot, Tom. And in just a moment, we'll complete our interview with Bernie Federko. As you first heard it last December, we recorded this in Kirkwood in front of a great crowd of Blues fans. And, of course, the NHL Hall of Famer was discussing his memoir, My Blues Note, with lots of stories about the St. Louis Blues and his playing days. But also, remember, this was December 13th. The Blues were stinking up the joint. So one of our listeners at the event asked Bernie, what's wrong with this team? And I think you're going to find his analysis very interesting. This is the, of course, analysis before the team turned it around. So stay tuned for that. Mike Shannon's going to be with us today. The Phillies against the Cardinals tomorrow. The Cardinals are having a Memorial Day off today, but we'll check in with Mike. And we've got a wine line coming your way as well at 444-3000. Tomorrow, Scott Berry, the St. Louis guy whose $400 bet could turn into $100,000, he's going to join us. Now, this is an interesting side note to the Blues Stanley Cup Final, which, of course, you're going to hear tonight on The Voice of St. Louis. And, you know, Scott's going to be, like many others, rooting for the Blues, but Scott has a special reason to be doing that. Hey, I want to tell you a little something about our friend Dan Weiss at Weiss Heating and Cooling. Tomorrow, Dan's team is going to be at our house between noon and 2. We are among the thousands of St. Louis families that are on the Weiss system. That means they call us in the spring and they say it's time for your clean and check for your air conditioner. Then they call us in the fall and say it's time for your clean and check for the furnace. And they remember everything about the system, so we don't have to. And what I like most about Weiss is the exceptional service. Do you know that every service call, every phone call to Weiss is carefully monitored and evaluated and analyzed? Their goal is to make sure that their service is second to none, and they're actually meeting that goal. They will give you a 2-hour window. Notice I didn't say they'll be there between 8 noon. No, it's noon and 2, so it's a 2-hour window. They'll also call you about 20 minutes before their truck is to arrive. And so you don't have to be at your home if you can get there within 20 or so minutes. I also like the fact that, you know, the technicians are never rookies. They're always journeymen with at least 5-7 years of experience. And, you know, they put on those booties when they enter your home. And that's a small but an important signal that they care about the home that they're walking into. This is important to me, and I'm sure it's important to you as well. By the way, right now, these new systems from Lennox have some great rebates. And so when you combine the Lennox rebate along with the special incentives from the utilities like Spire and Ameren, Illinois, you can save hundreds of dollars. For the phone number on your side of the river, go to weisscomfortsystems.com. And now back to our final segment with our interview from last December with Blues Hall of Famer Bernie Federko. We do have a microphone and some time for your questions if there's a question for Bernie Federko in our great audience here. By the way, thanks for coming out tonight, everybody. You're just fantastic.
Thank you.
Is that Alvin Reed? Alvin Reed from Donnybrook, the St. Louis American and beyond is at the bar. Hey, Alvin, how you doing? I bet you Alvin's got a question. Of course, he has a sports column for the St. Louis American. You also see him on KETC and read his work in St. Louis Magazine.
Thank you, Charlie, for the recognition. Welcome to Kirkwood, everybody. If you're not from here, we love y'all. But I just wanted to say something about Bernie. Before Ballpark Village was